Alrighty, howdy, anyone who is looking right now. It is... We're gonna turn this down a little bit. There we go. Alright, well, okay, hold on, I've broken my camera. Can I reload this? Marvelous. Deactivate, activate. Ah, there we go! We have a camera. Marvelous. Webcams are bullshit. No, no, go do the thing. Why? Why are you like this? Oh, that's too much. Bruh. I guess on the bright side, I put Instagram in a better spot this time. Oh, no. Don't sit that way. What if I put the wire that way? Okay, if the wire is that way... There we go. Alright. Yeah, Instagram is in a better spot where maybe I won't slap the monitor mount. Or the phone mount every 15 seconds or whatever. And I think I even have my mic turned on this time. So somebody can hear me. That would be good. Yeah. So, today is... first thing you might notice, I have downgraded my keyboard because my good keyboard, turns out, in the port on a keyboard, you're not supposed to be able to just take a piece out of it. It, you know, that autofocus is not doing work. Thank you, phone. Yeah. You're not supposed to be able to do that. But mine does that now. And so it doesn't work. I'm just gonna throw that piece away. I don't care about that. Yeah. So, the nice keyboard, the clicky-clacky doesn't work. That happened, like, half an hour before I decided to go live. And I'm like, okay, well, now I have to actually fix that. And I think that's going to be a slow, painful thing that I can't really make good content out of, so I will do that off-stream. But, no, what we have today is courtesy of Andrew, aka Dirt Sweep. We have his sticker machine that he has jammed up once again by putting poorly cut sticker material into, because he manages to do that. This will be the second time I have worked on this particular thing because of this, what he has done. Yeah, so, good times. And depending on how long I feel like going, I have an Omnia from Al the Geek that I need to work on again. I worked on it once, thought I fixed it, didn't fix it. Now I have to do it again. Let's go. That I might do. Marvelous. Thank you, YouTube. We're already up to like 11% drop frames. How? How are you... Bro, why does YouTube suck so much? Anyway, alright, so first step, let's try and figure out what's wrong. Okay, well, what's wrong? The paper is all squiggledy up right there. And it should not be. So maybe last time I did it at his house and wasn't lucky enough to have all the tools for the job. Granted, by that first little slip right there, I'm not sure. Basically, it was a lot of just trying to tease the paper. And by tease, I mean completely just grab it and drag it out of the slot. Oop. That end's not flat. I'm gonna put this back so that... Will it sit on that? It'll sit on that. Alright, that's good to know. Get some pliers that have some teeth on them. Does this come off? This comes off. Hold on, I'm gonna take this off because this is annoying. Because when in doubt, always make your working conditions... Ow, better. Like, always take a little bit of time to make your working conditions better, because that just makes... That'll just save you time in the long run. So. Okay, actually, Instagram, I can move you a little higher up. I think, if I can... phone to cooperate. Is that a better... That's a little bit better of a view. Yep, and that's the problem is... Yes, this is just so jammed in here. Yeah. So what's going to end up happening is just tearing hunks of material out at a time until I get it cleared enough to work around it. Oh yeah, yeah, you can see it's real scrunched up right there. It's not good. It's not good. It's not how it's supposed to work. Oh, okay, so that one tore, but it dragged... Okay, drag the piece of paper up a little bit. Thinking... Is that the sticker? Okay, the sticker has started separating from the paper in some spots. God, this is... What a pain. What are you doing? Oh, I am fixing things that people have broken and given me the fix because I'm good at fixing things. In particular, this is a... Lean, I don't know. It's a photo sticker printer and cutter. It's like an all-in-one dealio. You operate with your phone or whatever. Andrew, aka Dart Sweep, has it to make those stickers. And this is the second time that he has jammed it with paper that he's cut to size himself. Instead of just buying the correct size paper or doing a better job cutting the paper. There's a lesson here. Yeah, just fixing things. It's what I do. It's what I'm known for, is fixing things when people break them. See, if I... What would be good here would be like... some long nose vice grips, maybe? Something that's not going to slip as I grab a hold of the material. Oh, this is good. Alright. Oh, it's not good. Okay. It's like, oh, this is good. Alright, but this is a good strat, is give it a little twist. Because these, my... Do you know about all the devices you fix? I mean, I have, like, general knowledge of, like, electronic devices and stuff. Like this one, I have a little bit of info on. I know a little bit about how it works, but I also know it's just a... Oh, you know, I'm gonna take that out, just in case that matters. You know, I don't need to know everything about a device I work on to work on it, just need to know approximately... I need to be able to tell what is incorrect. Which, yeah, you know, it helps if I have a baseline knowledge of what correct is. But for the most part, you can get by off of some general knowledge. Like, you know, I can look in here and just be like, yeah, this is not correct. That bunched upness, it's just not correct. So I just go after that. But I mean that's easy enough to apply to a bunch of things. I worked on dishwashers, and you know, I don't entirely know how a dishwasher works. I don't know where all the pipes and stuff go, but you know, when there's something rattling around, it's easy enough to go, oh, you know, the rattling bit is incorrect. Go after that. I used to do a lot of soldering and repair work on mechanical keyboards. I was pretty deep in the mechanical keyboard online community, and, you know, those I knew a little bit more about, but when it got down to, like, a controller level, it was more just, you know, does something look... Do any of the bits on the board look out of place? You know, is there an empty spot where something should have been and it broke off? Is there something on the PCB that it shouldn't be? You know, etc. Alright, this... Another attempt with my twisting method. No, not quite. Hey, Calvin! Y'all getting ready for indoor? Actually, I guess real question. You're in California. Why are you in California? Why? I mean, besides the weather probably being really nice. Like... Oh, you will be home for... Are you gonna make it to the mod party, though? Although, I guess if you're... Yeah, work. Traveling for work. Ugh. No mod party? Ah, that's sad, but that's fine. At least you'll get to go to Endor. That's the important part. Oh, that was a pretty good pull. This is Andrew's sticker machine. This is the second time I've had to fix it. Because it's supposed to take, like, a specific size of sticker paper and whatnot. And he insists on buying, like, larger sized paper and cutting it down, but he doesn't do a good job. I think he also uses, like, thicker material that's, like, outside of what the machine really wants. And uses it, so this is the second time I've had to fix it. You know. Well, at least on the bright side, the fix is mostly just get the jammed bits out of the machine, and then it continues working fine. It's just, it generally is a pretty time-consuming process. Because, like, I don't know... oh, yeah, that's a really good view. You can see... It's just scrunched up. It's like someone was making puff pastry inside there. But, and the neat thing is, where the cartridge goes in the side, is this jammed shut again, or can this come out? Ooh! Ooh, okay, so last time, that actually helps a lot. Last time it was so bunched up that we couldn't actually get the transfer cartridge out. I didn't even think to check it first try this time because it was so bad last time, but that might actually... Like, I can get to the back of the sticker. Like, you can see the back of the sticker right there. Right there. I might be able to pull it. Oop. Grab it, give it the old twist. Okay. Well, we've leveled up. We've now started pulling sticker out of a second hole in the machine. But honestly, I'm just gonna... Oh. Alright, I might have twisted too much. I try and get some of the really bunched up bits out of here and then pulling it backwards through the machine. Seems like a... Oh! Oh, wait a minute. Oh, I'm bumping that roller wheel off of... Let me see. You got it. Nope. Oh. There we go. Got too much sticker material stuck on my pliers that way. Oh. It is loosened up, though, so I think I got the worst of it done. That spring looks a tad unhappy. Oh. Ah, that's not good. I just noticed there's a loose torsion spring right there. Oh. I think that just made this a lot more difficult. I might have bumped that. Ugh. Good news is I see where it goes. Yeah, let me... Oh, no, okay, it's attached. That's good. Go over here, grab more of this end of the material. You know, it's just a... Nice. Ah, sushi. I love sushi. I haven't had it in a hot minute, though. I used to have it every Wednesday. But I was just store sushi. But yeah, see you this weekend. Alright, grab a twist. Alright. But I think now I have to undo the pliers again. There we go. So I think I've pulled enough material out of the front that I can argue with the back a little. Just trying. Oh! Yeah, look at that. I think I... Alright, so we're going to try and coil it up to get out of the side hole here. That didn't work. Spin it a bit more. When in doubt, give it the spin. Give it the old twist. There we go, look at that. We got a bunch of stuff out of that. Most of it is still stuck in there, though, which is sad. Oops. Keep doing that now, okay. So I haven't quite figured that out. There we go. Oh, Sorry for the jiggle vision. I keep smacking the phone with my head. Alright, well, we have a healthy amount of what I've pulled out of here. You love to see it. Thank you, Andrew, aka Dart Sweep, for inflicting this upon me. Oh, no, mind my head. Ah! Get in the trash can. Alright. Unfortunately, there's still quite a bit left in there. I think some of this can be pulled more from the front now. Oh, that was me getting caught on the torsion spring. Would love it. Let's back over this direction a little bit. Ow, ow, I'm pinching myself. Trying to get material off the pliers. I don't think I'm really getting more out the front of this, but I also can't reach that much further deep into it. Yeah, I think this is where I now have to open it up a bit more. Which, fortunately, is not difficult, having done it before. Just going to take time. Trusty Ryobi mini screwdriver kit. don't think... Is there anything underneath here? No, I think that's just clear out the paper feed. Which it's too far into the machine to clear out. I need to... a bit more magnetism on the bit. Yeah, proper bit magnetizer. Alright, so I also remember correctly, that can come off. The top is what comes off after some persuasion, I believe. I don't remember. There are screws in there, but I don't think those need to come out. You know what? I don't think they need to come out, but best way to make sure is just take them out. Well, no, take it out. Maybe it makes life easier on me. I don't think it will. Okay, so like this part's free, this part's free. Ah, there we go. Ah, yeah, all of these are like hooked on. There you go. What a note. Just apply a little force. Don't mind that sound. So, I have a little bit more access. Not as much as I'd like. I know you can take this entire top bit off, but I also remember that to do so, there's like a bunch of cables you have to unplug. Oh! Well, that being unplugged is probably not doing anybody any favors. That might be from our previous time in here. Yeah, this bottom attach... Oh, I don't really want to take this off again. But I don't think I have a lot of choice. Yeah, the smooth jaws I'm just not getting any grip with. Maybe try from this side. Oh. Okay, we got a little bit from there. The old twist and pull. I think the problem is as soon as the backing paper is gone on the inside, it is just straight up the sticker sticking to like the rollers and shit. And, you know, that's not ideal. I don't think there is an easy way. Let me... Yeah, I don't think there's an easy way to, like, release that roller. Yeah, no, that roller is fixed. And yeah, that's as far in as my pliers go. I can get a little closer on this end. I don't really want to. Alright. No, I just have to admit that I have to take it. I have to take it as far apart as I did last time, which is sad and annoying, but alright. I've smacked the phone again. Come on. Alright, so to do that, we have a cable here that needs to... I keep moving my desk mat. There's a cable... Well, there. So, that cable needs to be unplugged. This cable that I plugged back in needs to be unplugged, I'm pretty sure. This cable needs to be unplugged, gently. This one, undone. Ribbon cables make me nervous to take apart. Alright. And then... now we start undoing a bunch of screws. This is where I scoot the screws over in the tray. I thought this was going to be easier. That's what I get for thinking. I always get for thinking. Alright. Well, it's a little bit more complicated than just giving out the files, otherwise I would have done it. A lot of it is the electronics are pretty complex and also still in progress. That feels loose. There is a clip over here. So yeah, it's, you know, work in progress. I need time to clean it up so that other people can actually work on it. Because right now, a lot of what's done on it is I did things good enough for what I needed. Alright, I need to... this bit of wire needs to come out. That way. And that ribbon cable goes down there, so I need to... do things that make me nervous with a ribbon cable. Ribbon cables are... Okay. There we go, ribbon cable's loose. Alright, that's the top fell off. Alright! I didn't need to undo that other cable. So, now... I have a little bit better access to here. But not as much as I would like. Which is how things go. Like, I can sorta... I can grab a bit of it from here. But not enough to really do much. Oh, I don't wanna... get further in there. So I think the problem is last time when I did this, there's more material out the front. Don't really want to take this off because that's a lot of cables. I might do that anyway. Let me... do I have any other option here? Besides... Oh, okay. Yeah. I don't have a longer pair of needle nose pliers, which would make this easier. So, what I'm going to do... I want to take this plug off. This A, it's really hard to miss. I was thinking these are encodered motors. They have the encoder wheel, so that they can tell exactly how far they've spun. What we're going to do... break out the handy-dandy flat tip tweezers and just put it in there and give it a nice wiggle to gently work that connector out. Gently. Alright, that one is loose. Might not have even needed to move that one now that I look at where this is. This one can come out. This one can come out. This might be pain later on. Oh, that's whatever. Alright. So I think what I'm going to try and do is now just take the screws out and flip the PCB that way. Again, dragging the work mat. Non-skid feet, how dare you. It is hooked on something. Oh, there is a big-ass ribbon cable on the bottom. Okay, well. You know, give me a moment. I'm gonna go get some water, and I will rethink my life choices after I get back. That's unfortunate. Alright. The return of water. LTT store. Alright, so because of that ribbon cable, I can't just flip the PCB up, so I am going to need to pop those two connectors off. Ignore how much it's wiggling on the board. That's fine. Hold on, I need to scoot this way and look at it. So. This one's another tricky one where I'm going to just try and use the tweezers to... There we go. Very gently start the motion. But this one... Ooh, this one makes me nervous with how snug it is. Give me a sec, I need to look at this closer. What's the... Ah! There are bits that lock onto it? This is... Does it lift up? Okay, so for that connector specifically, I think I actually need to take it and put back down a couple of the screws. Just to keep from moving the PCB all over the place. Okay. And I think this connector might actually be a lift up sort of dealio. It's kind of hard to tell. It's not in a great spot for being able to tell what it wants me to do. It does look like it latches in somehow, but I'm really not sure what the mechanism of the latching is. Ow, that poked my thumb in a bad way. So I'm kind of just like, you know, what do I do? I really don't want to knock that connector off the board because it'd be a pain. Let's see, how do I... Just straight up, this sucks. Alright. I'm taking and just bending the bit of the connector that's sort of latching it. We're gonna try something here. In my little screwdriver kit, I have a really pointy bit. I'll try using that to help. Without. Alright. There's gotta be a proper way to do this that doesn't involve making the plastic do what I want it to do. But I am unaware of that. Alright, that side is as good as free. Feel your pain, yeah. This side... Okay. Oh! Okay, cool. Once I loosened up that side, wedging, you know, the pointy thing in there, you know, applied leverage in the right direction. Leverage in the right direction is the solution to many of life's problems. Whether that's physical leverage, blackmail, bribery, you know. Solves many problems, that boy. Opens many doors. Steals your stairs when you're grounded. So, all of that, just so I could flip this over and have a little bit more access to this space here, to be able to try and pull at this smidgen of paper in here. I could actually get in here with the toothed pliers now. I'm trying to take this connector and get it out of my way. Ow. Problem is, there's not a lot of the paper left, and so I'm having to... Okay. What type of ribbon connector is this? That kind, okay. So rather than risk this here... Ooh. Okay, I say that. Oh, okay. There we go. Okay, so PCB, get that out of the way. We're not going to touch those. Those are spicy cylinders. So now this... Oh, well... Alright. I have a possible thing. If I take out a couple of these screws, I might be able to take this entire cover off. I'm not sure I want to. That's potentially kind of spooky. But at the same time, like, this is just... I can't get into here. Unless I maybe took this assembly off and shoved some pliers in here, but even then, that's still, like... Yeah, there's no... And this doesn't come off easily, it looks like. It looks like it is... Actually, only a couple of C-clips away. But I don't want to fiddle with that, because that has this, I believe a heating element for the dye sublimation. So, alright. I think I'm going to try this avenue, see... Get a slightly pointier screwdriver bit in here. Oh, wow, okay. Not even slightly pointier, get a way pointier screwdriver in there. There we go. Try not to slip it at all, because those screws look very easy to strip. Now, the real fun part is going to be after I've taken those two screws out, this isn't going to move at all. Oh, no, okay. I was waiting for something else to be retaining it. Ooh. Something else sorta is retaining it. I think it's just the alignment tab. Oh! Alright. One side. Ah, there is a spring on this side that holds it. But, look at that. Just flip it up on that spring, get to it. Now here is all the awfulness. Can I flip this bit up? No. This guide roller piece doesn't go up further than that. That is fine, though, because I think that lets me in where I need... Okay, well. I'm off the screen a little bit. Yeah. Okay, well, another possible avenue. I see a screw here. That possibly holds down this top roller. And that top roller is what's pinching. Oh, no. Oh, balls. Well, the tiny screw I was unscrewing just fell into the machine. And this piece doesn't even move after undoing it. Alright. Oh, balls. What did that do? Unscrewing that. Oh, maybe it needs to slide? Alright, we're going to try the old trick of dip it up and hope something falls out. Okay, good news. Good news. The world's tiniest screw did in fact come back out. So... Yeah, this I'm pretty sure tension stat a little bit. I wonder... Is that just under tension? Could I possibly pry that up? No. No, 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 no. I think I'm gonna put that back. I think that's not the... Hold on, before I do that, I'm gonna try and add a bit more magnetism to my bit so that I don't drop this tiny screw again. 3 seconds later. Alright, so... That did hold this piece down, but why didn't that piece... It probably needs to come out like that. We love some... And there's really not that much of it left in there, so it's a pain that it's taking this much effort to get it out. Is there a way to get more of this shell out of here? Oh, you know. Oh, you know. Where are the screws for this? If I could see more of the screws, I might be able to take this entire black bit out. But I don't think I have access to all of the screws that hold it in. I think it might also be held in partly on that end. Yeah, this end feels very securely held down, so I think there may be screws under the metal plating, so... Nope, alright. To the struggle. What if I try going through here? Let me get good old pair of tweezers, go up through here. See if I can pull some of the sticker up through there. It looks promising. I've smacked the phone again. Oh, no, okay. Oh, that's a big hunk of material. I've got my hands on it now. Okay, well, we're getting there. You know. Oh, I think that was it. I think that's the biggest pieces out. I think we have a couple small pieces here, but watch these be these small pieces that might be partially bonded to the rollers. That's the unfortunate part. Got the a little bit more. Let me decide. Yeah, that's the majority of it. All right, that was the last few big pieces. We are nearly there. Like, look at that. That's just all that came out of there. Along with the other, what, 2 other handfuls that I've pulled out. Ooh. Okay. Another big piece. Well, not big, but like, you know, medium. Another decent-sized hunk. What's that? Magnetic, or am I just getting the pliers up underneath something? I'm getting them up underneath something. I'm gonna try going back in from the front if I can. Like this last little bit is just stuck into the rollers, and there's just not enough material to really get a crack at. Yeah. Yeah, running today. Yeah, have a good one, you too. Michael, I had to take a second and read the phone sideways. Yeah, I think we're on the home stretch. You know, at this point, putting it back together is the bigger challenge. I would be tempted to try and like pry these rollers apart, but I don't think I can do so in a way that isn't like not great for them. Plus, doing that means I have to shove this in there. And, like, they should be sprung loaded. God, there's so much crud in here, and I don't have any canned air. They should be mostly sprung, but... Another little piece. There we go, another little piece. Okay, so there's a bigger hunk of this piece on this side. I just can't, like... get out. When in doubt, another pair of tweezers. Oh, okay, yeah, there's a big hunk of that piece on that side. I just need to grab it without knocking it down. Because as I go in there with the pliers, I'm like knocking it down. This is... a fucking pain. Ah, that piece ripped off, so... Oops, bumping the phone, trying to get an angle. But it's like, it's so close. Like this, there's a little bit right there. And that is all I'm chasing at this point. I don't think this roller spins in any way that's easy for me to try and actuate. And again, it seems like it should be spring-loaded, so oh, there's still a little bit left in there, too. Yeah. Say, trying to get that roller out and then get the stuff out from underneath it might be the correct move, but, like... I don't know that I can. Alright, hold that thought. I see the gears and stuff on this side. Is there any chance I could roll that? Probably not. No, there's way too many gears there to try and roll that. I also don't think that what that particular gear is for. Let me undo this screw again. You know, as a risky choice, and see. This is now less spring-loaded, but still pretty heavily spring-loaded. Is there anything to do there? Oh! That end of the roller, after I... Aha! Oh! There it is. Ah! Ah! Alright. I needed to move the other stamp bit of metal out of the way. Yeah, that loosens up that entire roller. Alright, it's now knocked into the back, into the front. I'm still... There we go! That should be the last couple bits of it. Let me take a look at on this side. Yeah. That is all of it. Oh, there's a bit of it right there, but cool. So, partial success. Now I just need to push that back down into place. Now it just has to all go back together. That took... Yeah, that took an hour. I did not expect that to take that long. Alright, so that bit goes there. This bit with the... I need to make sure the spring is... There we go. This bit goes here. Yeah, that tab slides in. And then this sits... Balls. Balls. That bit is there, but it's a little concerning how it's not quite where it wants to be anymore. Let's see. That where it wants to be? No, I see it. Alright, that bit goes there. Alright. Go ahead and get a screw put in here. Let it start itself. What you're going to do is grab this spring. Drop it a little bit. So, where was this spring? It looks like it was just looped over all of this. And then hooked on there, but that also doesn't, like... It's not really holding it down much. Maybe it was rotated a bit? Oh, I bet that was it. It was rotated. And then in there? I don't know, that's a bit concerning. We're not really, like, locking in. But not really much of anything else to be done right there, so... Like, I don't think. I'll take this back off and look at it. But, like, that was under tension before. Or maybe it just felt like it was. Yeah, I think that's just it right there. Like, oh, weird. Does that not mesh with any other gear? Like, that's not meshing with any other gear there, so that's weird. I don't know. I wonder if I accidentally bent it a little much and now it's not going to go back on like I want to. Although it seems like it's, you know, on there. It's a little concerning, but we'll see. Yeah, especially when it's tightened down. That just doesn't... let's poke that out. I wonder if I accidentally stretched that spring a little bit, which the solution is just... What am I working on? It's a all-in-one sticker, printer, and cutter that my friend Andrew, aka Dart Sweep, broke a second time and has sent to me to fix. And I am now in the process of reassembling it after, in theory, fixing it. We will see, though. Like I said, in theory, fixed. I removed the paper that was very badly jammed in there. It's still, you know, up to some... Ah, son of a bitch. I covered up some wires that I need access to. Alright, yes, get out of there. Thank you. Okay. Yeah. Just because I removed the obstruction doesn't mean it's fixed. But, yeah. In theory, yeah. It should be, though, because, like, the first time we did this, you know, we took it apart, ripped the paper out of it, put it back together, and it worked fine. Especially considering that I think when I opened it this time, one of the fans wasn't even plugged in, so... oopsies. As they say, oopsie poopsie. Alright, we will now take the circuit board. Oh boy, 2 concurrent viewers on YouTube. Who could that be? It's me, somehow. Yeah, so bring those wires back over. So here's the circuit board that was in here. I took it out because it was just dangling by this ribbon cable, and that made me nervous. Just like that there just made me nervous. Alright. Ribbon cable. Reinstall. This just flips over. And... yeah, it just sits on top of... Did I forget? Okay, no. It's just not quite wanting to sit. Let's see, make sure all the wires and everything are out from underneath it. It's not wanting to, like... I'm on top of a connector. That's why it was resisting. It's still a little... yeah, it needs a little squish. Squish that cat. This is not the right Phillips head for this. I needed a bigger one. There we go. I'm not in sight. Yeah, oh, that's marvelous. The lighting situation for YouTube is a little lackluster, but that's okay. One day I'll have a nice setup. You know, before I nail this down, let's double check that everything is here. There was this connector in from the side. There was these two connectors in from the front. As I cover that up. This connector, I think I definitely was supposed to run this connector in through here. Not sure though. These wires are arguing a little bit. Alright. This one's a little shorter, so plug it in first. Plugged in. Alright, got plugged in. Alright. This big stubborn one. That one is that one plugged in all the way? That one I had to work for earlier. Yeah. Yeah, that one's plugged in all the way. Didn't really feel it, but it's there. This one next to it. Come on, there we go. Alright. We can now snug down these screws. Alright. There's this big old connector that needs to go in there. Alright. Next. Did this one just go over to here? I think it did, but I think it went up through the plastic piece that has to go on next. So, we had this piece, which, the most important part of which was this ribbon cable. Goes up through here. And then this cable goes up through here. And I think this cable actually went off on its own. It doesn't look like this one came up through anything. Where does it go? It just goes over that way? Yeah, okay. This gets set down. Pull this through and just up a little bit. This piece sits about there-ish. And then we have a ribbon cable. This wire that I appear to have set this on top of. It looks like it should go over here. Yeah, I don't know that. I probably should have got a screenshot of that one. It looks like it's not actually supposed to quite go up through where I have it going. What it is here now. That's 3-pin. Oh, that's 4 pin. Okay. Oh, yeah, maybe it did. It just... Be double checking stuff. Yeah, let me pop this up off here. Ow. Let me carefully remove the ribbon cable. Yeah, so it looks like this one just went like that. It's where the... Alright, the pins are towards the top, which means this needs to go in like that. I mean, yeah, that seems mostly correct. Okay. Yeah. See, this is why normally I would say you take pictures of how stuff is wired up before you take it apart. That's generally good advice. My phone is currently right here, being my Instagram stream, so I have made the questionable decision to sacrifice utility for the gram. This one's easy. It's 2 pins. It goes into the 2-pin connector. That one was easy. That's a ribbon cable. That one is 3 pins, and we'll just sit like that out of the way. This one gets tucked back up into the cable routing pockets. Or like clippy bits. Not quite pockets. And then we'll come down and get plugged in right here. And the ribbon cable, the trick here is follow where the existing bends are. So there's one here, so obviously that bendy bit goes into there. And then lay it flat the rest of the way. Same with this way, you just sort of, if it goes this way, go here. Lay it flat, there's a bit of glue there, and then just come down. It's visible, it's mostly visible. Down here to this spot where the ribbon cable gets shoved in, just sort of... Probably should have waited on these other cables until the ribbon cable was in, but there we go. And then that one's just in. You know, give it a little push so that they sit in the space where they belong. This fan cable, yeah, goes to the single plug that is right near where it is. If I can convince my... Okay, come on. Big fingers, tiny plug. Alright. We put some screws in. Oh, very exciting part. Turning screws. Alright. And then that's all, everything we have to do with the guts. So, proper procedure at this point would be to plug it in and test if it's working at all before putting the cover back on. I don't have the app or anything to actually, like, test if it works. So I'm just gonna throw the lid back on, and then I guess let me put the cartridge back in. It's a little scrunkled up. There we go. But I'm just gonna put the lid back on and let Andrew test it. I think I could... oh, hold on. I remember. I accidentally knocked a torsion spring loose that I need to fish back into place. The good news is the hole for one side of it is just right next to it. Yeah, this could be fun, and I don't think there was really a better way to do it while I had it taken apart, which is why I didn't. Oh, that's interesting. I gotta, like... There we go. Go in a specific order. Because of... It gets in the way of stuff, if not. Yeah, unfortunately, you're not gonna get a good view of this just because of... where stuff is. Is that actually a hole? Oh, that's not actually a hole. I was trying to put one end of the spring in a spot that is not a hole. That is why it did not work, because there was not actually a hole. The spring has now fallen off. Alright. I think this is actually better for me. Alright, here. Nope. Cover will go on. Because cover will make things a little more held together. So this just spread it apart a little bit till it's approximately in the spot, and then there we go. Some healthy downward pressure and snapping into place. That didn't feel the best being screwed into there, but it's kind of how it goes. Oh, I just realized. There we go. My Spotify was actually real quiet on desktop. That's fine. Probably not many people that are... Well, I mean, I know for a fact there's not many people on YouTube for this. Kind of disappointing. I was hoping more people watching shit. Oh. Alright. We got cover. That cover can't go on. We got this magnetic bit that will let me stand it up flat. Alright. So to put this spring back on, it's gonna be annoying. That's the... I think what I need to do is bend it. You know what? Basically bend it mostly closed. Ow, that kind of sucks. Ah. Come on, bend it mostly closed. This spring sucks. The spring sucks. I think... There's a proper tool for doing this, and I don't have it. But I think I can just grab this with bridged tooth pliers. Yeah, this sucks. Alright, Yeah, I'm trying to think of how to get this spring in here, because it's gonna go in, but it's gonna be, like, very compressed. That goes that way a bit, but that didn't really help. I take and grab it hard by this part, hold it. No, that didn't fucking work. That's just gonna rotate. Alright, grab it like that. It just rotates. Fucking pain. Springs are annoying as shit. Alright, we're gonna apply force as we try and do this. Okay, nope, it flew out and it's now on the floor, which is not a good place for it to be. I found it! So, how do I do this? I had it pretty close to where I needed it to be. I might be wrong about where it needs to be. I think it actually needs to be on that metal tab and not this plastic bit. Oh, oh. Okay, that was supposed to be back more. Hold on a second. Oh, that. There we go. Okay. A little hoopty bit. I fixed that. What do I need to compress the spring and hold it in that compressed position? But the problem is it doesn't want to. It's like, nuh-uh. And I'm like, what do you mean, nuh-uh? Like, I mean, nuh-uh. I can't really do it this way. Oh, that's... I'm getting it quite close to where I need it to be, but then it's just like... Yeah, what if I... Oh, I heard it fall. I don't really know where it fell though, so alright, I'll... Oh. Why you gotta be careful with springs, because they will just... Oh, I found it! Oh, that was basically scripted. Found it. Alright, so... Like, I'm gonna try this with the smooth jaws and just, like... Yeah, the problem is, I need it compressed to, like, there. Yeah, but it just rotates, and then... And then it isn't going to, like... do anything anymore. Who is pinging me? Yeah, oh well. Yeah, so like if I do this, like this almost works. Maybe if I just keep it like super tense, but the thing is, like, I need to get like I need to get further into the machine than that's really going to let me do. Oh, that tingles when it does that. No, see, and it's also just... Do I have a longer pair of needle nose that are also fine and toothed? Sorta. These are chunkier. But they have deeper teeth in them, so maybe that's enough to... Ow. Ow, I'm scrunching my fingies. That might be enough. No, that's not enough. Oh, this sucks so much. I wish I hadn't knocked this loose. Alright, so if I just try and put one end of it back where it goes. Like, oh, that didn't even work. Bruh. If I put one end of it back where it goes and then try and fix the rest of it after. Oh, the other end sticks up so much, it's just in the way of its own good. Like, come on. Oh, my God. Oh, this sucks. Springs are dumb. Springs are dumb. That's... Bro. Bro. That's so dumb. Like, I'm just gonna sit here and argue with a spring, and the thing is... Oh, I mostly got it. It'd be really annoying to try and, like, disassemble this to the point where I could actually work on this. Because all of, like, this stuff is in the way. Like, I can sort of, like, get this up out of the way a little bit, but I wouldn't, like... Nah, it doesn't even work that well. It stays in place, though. Okay, so maybe... Oh, this is kind of stuck in there now. Nope, it's out. Okay, no, maybe that's the... Okay. Okay. We have it mostly aligned. I'm going to now try and left-hand this shit. As I move the lamp into where I need it to be. Oh, I'm making divots in my desk mat. Nope. That pair of needle nose is not skinny enough to work. This pair is skinny but has no teeth. So I doubt it's actually going to... Alright. Oh, we are... Oh, we're cooking with gas. We're nearly where it needs to be. I take the stiffer pair of... No. Say the stiffer pair of needle nose, maybe. It slipped out. That's fine. I'm holding the spring with my finger, which actually sucks quite a bit, but... Ow, it sucks quite a lot. Yeah. Ah, fuck, I grabbed... Alright, come on. Fuck! Hi, welcome to the profanity part of the stream. Where just nothing is working like it should. on the fucking spring rest. Get on there. Get on there. Get where you belong. Alright. So, now... Fuck. Yeah, we're back in the... If only this hunk of plastic weren't here and I could get other tools in here. But it is here, and I cannot get other tools in here. I can only get the fucking smooth jaw plier needle nose in there. Which I'm, like, managing to repeatedly grab a hold of the thing. It's just... Alright, I am within... Howdy, my dude. Alright. It's hard to see. But the top of the spring is up here-ish. It just needs to be on this hook. So I'm the closest I've been so far. Fuck! Okay, it's no longer there. Bitch, this sucks. This sucks so much. All because I knocked that shit down. Alright, if I could, like, hold this end in place, I kind of can. Alright, this is the part where I need 3 hands. Alright, nope, hold on. Alright, hold this end in place with the broad tweezers. Take this end. Come on. Ugh. It is nearly where it needs to be. Fuck. Come on. Yeah, I need like 4 hands for this. Can I get the actual better pliers to it now? Oh! Alright, we're gonna have to, like... I know ain't shit on camera right now, but... That's just the way it be. Alright, I have the spring in the jaw of the good pliers. It is, like, not quite going where it needs to be. I've got too much of a grip on it with the good pliers. I can't let it go right here. It'll... I need to, like... Fuck me. This sucks. So I've got a torsion spring that needs to be in one particular place. And it does not want to be in that one particular place. It's making every attempt possible to not be there. Oh, and now it's completely out of place. Ugh. Alright. What are my options here? My options here are, like, to try and grab it with the normal pliers again, but I don't, like, this doesn't work. It just slips out of place. Welcome to the mundane part of fixing things. This one spring slipped, and now I'm going to spend nearly as much time on it as I did other more significant parts of the repair. You gotta love it. What is this bit? I don't know what that bit is. I'm not gonna mess with that. Alright, what are my options here? Again, back to doing it like this, but it's just going to slip. Just the spring is going to rotate a little bit, yep, and it's going to slip. Like this, like... Ow. Again, when I'm not pinching my fingers in there. That's a notification for something. Just an email. Oh. No, that's a text. Home Depot, whatever. Whatever. Oh, we're in wiggle vision. Alright. This sucks. Torsion springs suck. Alright, we're gonna try putting it back in, like, to the part-way point again. Like, getting it to that part-way point is not that bad, I say, as it's fighting me the entirety of the way. Get where you belong. Get where you belong. It's halfway there. Alright. It is most of the way where it belongs. It's just the last 10% of movement is where it just... everything sucks. I don't think picking that up helps anyway, so I need to, like... Yeah, if I had that wedged in there, that might also help. Alright. I'm gonna try this. I'm having to put stuff in very unfortunate just positions for viewership, but... I have an idea. If I can grab it... I have it most of the way, right there. I just can't get it all the way onto the... all the way onto the dingus like that. Oh, it's... Fuck. Hey. Oh, get back where you belong. I say get back where you... live right there. Fuck. Ah, cool. This end of the... But... What is... What is your fucking problem now? This end doesn't... Alright. Doesn't help that I do think this piece is bent over. So let me try and... Oh, that piece was absolutely bent. Wow. And also, it bends really easily. That is not high-quality metal. Alright. Fuck. No. Don't go where you belong. Exist. Stop being an issue. This whole fucking thing is fighting me. I have it most of the way, right here. Like, it's nearly where it needs to be. It's just the last bit. Oh my god, and the ass of it falling off constantly. Motherfucker. Yeah, I'm sure this is making for peak viewership right now. Watch Donut struggle with a fucking torsion spring for half an hour. Holy shit. Holy shit. Holy shit. I got it! I fucking got it! Huh. Right. Right there. That bit. Bread. Oh, that sucked. That sucked the entire time. Alright. Oh no, YouTube, you can't see that well, but there's a torsion spring there that allows this to do this. Holy shit. Alright. Cool. That's it. That's it. That's done. Shit, it's nearly 7 p.m. I guess that's what happened when I start. Oh, let me... These bits I snapped out of place for that. Let me... There we go. There we go. Okay. That's... I'm calling it there. I'm not gonna... I was gonna try and work on the Omnia, but then it took way longer than it should have to work on this, and that killed the vibe. And also, I'm still kind of hungry. I kind of rushed a little bit of dinner before I started this, and then ran out of time. You know, some peak planning ability right there. But yeah, no, this is back in should be functional state. Like I said, I don't have the software, or whatever. So Andrew will have to test it when I get it back to him tomorrow night. Yeah. There we go. It'd be hunky-dory. Alright, well, thank you for everyone who tuned in. Thank you again to Calvin, who is currently my only paid patron. Yeah. Go him. You can join my Patreon at patreon.com/DonutCatsWorkshop. Help me afford to work on projects, fix things, make cool stuff, fix my keyboard that's broken, so now I have to use a sad keyboard. Yeah. Catch y'all later.